Well, I thought tonight I would make a little bit different kind of video, something before the weekend that I could sit outside. We've had this tropical blast of hot air and we're supposed to get thunderstorms tomorrow morning and during the day. So I thought, such a beautiful night. I'd come out here, I was on my iPad, and I thought I would just sit out here and make a video for the weekend. And I was actually going through some old photos that are on my iPad. I mean, old photos. These are photos from when I was a kid. And I'm going to do a little bit different video tonight and talk about something that I probably don't talk very much about, and that's me. And yes, maybe this is my outdoor queen's chair, but in any event, I thought that I would talk just a little bit about what I thought about when I looked at these photographs of me when I was very young. And you know, when we're little kids, we grow up and we are raised by our parents and our mom and our dad, and they tell us what to do and what not to do, and being the obedient child, we pretty much follow what they say to do, because when I didn't, the consequences were not good. But for the most part, we followed what we were told to do. Didn't really think about it, just assumed that whatever our parents told us was the right thing. And that pretty much carried me as a child through my younger years. But the problem with that is it continued year after year after year. And I never really questioned anything. I never really had the opportunity to really think about what it was I was told to do, whether I wanted to do it, or I should do it, or I shouldn't do it, or I could do it, or maybe I couldn't. Just did it because that's what you were told to do. And so it evolved over my lifetime. And I'm not so sure that it was the best thing in the world, because as I got older, I never questioned anything. I just assumed if somebody said we were doing something, I was just like, okay. And it was not necessarily the thing I wanted to do or I should have done. And this carried me through almost my entire lifetime, up until about maybe the last 10 years. And then, I don't know, it just kind of hit me, and I was like, being asked to do things, I'm like, well, I don't know. Let me think about it. I'm not so sure I want to. And I really think I should be thinking about this. And as much as it wasn't received very well, it occurred to me that, you know, it's almost as though I finally decided and discovered that I had a mind of my own, instead of always following someone else's lead. And so the whole progression became this completely different personality trait once I figured out that, you know what, I can think for myself. And it kind of follows suit with the way that I dress and everything else at my age and the things that I do. And I realized that I'm perfectly capable of making my own decisions. And you know what? Sometimes the decisions are not exactly the right thing. And, you know, so there's consequences. And then I realized, well, if there's consequences, then I just have to deal with them, because I put myself in that situation. And now that I look back on these last, let's call it 10 years of my life, I realized that I should have done this a long time ago. And I think my life and who I was, I would have been completely different, but not in the sense that it changed me, but that it actually brought out the real me. And I didn't realize how much the real me really was kind of like put off. And I realized that being myself now is really the way to live life. And so looking at these photos when I was young, I wish I had been given the opportunity and the freedom to really just say, you know, what is it that you want to do? What are you thinking about? Make a decision on your own, instead of having someone always making decisions for me. And, you know, that's just not a good way to live. And so I think that as I look through the decades of my life, I could see that things could have been so much different if I had actually just thought for myself for once. And so there's nothing I can do to change that. But I can sit here today in this chair, enjoy this beautiful evening, a little bit warm, and I think we're supposed to get some pretty heavy duty thunderstorms tomorrow, which I wouldn't be surprised. And I think that if you get anything out of this video other than the fact that I'm wearing all red, and I almost never wear red, but I figure it's so hot outside, I'll just wear red. It's a hot color, right? And just remember that, you know, not all things have to be agreed upon. Not all things have to be someone else's way. You can come to a compromise. You can put your foot down and just say, that's not for me. And just know that it probably will be okay. And so I wish that someone had said that to me, so that's why I'm saying it to you. And I'm actually kind of glad that I found these old photos, because it really made me think. But in the meantime, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, because the videos will be coming all month long. And thanks for watching, and see you at my next video. And I'm going to go back to looking at some of these old pictures, so then they really do make me look old. Have a great weekend.